Welcome to Hope Natural Health, the podcast inspiring you to be your best version. Join me, your host, Dr. Erin, naturopathic doctor, dog mom, cancer survivor, and girl boss weekly as we discuss all things health, hormones, and happiness with a little side of this thing called life. Welcome back, everyone, to a fresh new episode. Last week, we discussed nutrition and meal planning with guest Whitney Prude, and now we're going to dive into this week's episode. I'm going to be talking about sugar swaps. So we're kind of still on the trajectory of talking about the immune system and how swapping some of these sugary items can actually support our immune system. So here's my take on sugar and immunity. Science shows that elevated blood sugar weakens our ability to fight off infections. And foods that spike our blood sugar are things like soda, candy, cookies, sweets, and all the treats people love to eat at the holidays, or maybe what you just binged on in these last few weeks, of the holiday season. Also, diets high in sugar can lead to chronic inflammation, which then leads to a more weakened immune system, making you more susceptible to getting sick, diabetes and or insulin resistance, which puts you in that high risk category and repeats really what I mentioned above, and it increases our cardiovascular risk. Did you know that one soda has 40 grams of sugar? It's not diet, it's regular soda, 40 grams. You should be aiming for less than 30 grams of sugar a day for optimal health. So that one soda that you just drank put you over the limit. Obviously, there are other sources of sugar like Red Bull, sweetened tea, coffee drinks, like think the Starbucks or the Dutch drinks, the cookies, the pastries, the candy, etc. So it's important for us to be mindful of what we consume on a daily basis, and so we want to make sure we read the label. Anything that says sugar-free is probably not sugar-free because it's got some sort of artificial sweetener in it. So these substitutes might seem like a good idea since they have literally 0 calories, but those artificial sweeteners can actually cause you to crave more sweet foods over the nutritious foods, which can contribute to weight gain over time. There's actually several animal studies that suggest that artificial sweeteners can be addictive, as well as causing brain tumors and bladder cancer. So next time you see something that says sugar-free, look at the label. I guarantee it's not sugar-free. It's got sucralose, fructose, aspartame, some sort of alternative sugar in it. We want to look for stevia, monk fruit. Those are probably the 2 healthiest sugar swaps as far as alternative sugar go. Now, some other things that you can try are, instead of soda, why don't you switch to sparkling water? You're still getting that fizz. It's usually sweetened with natural flavors. I love Spindrift. I also love the Poppy or the Olipop. Those are really good soda alternatives. Also, Zevia. Zevia is technically soda, but it's sweetened with stevia. So there's no weird shenanigans in there that can cause, these sugar spikes and the inflammation, etc. Instead of a regular candy bar like Snickers or Reese's, which Reese's are my nemesis, try for just dark chocolate. Try for organic 100%. Sprouts has some really cool, and I'm not remembering the name of it, but really healthy dark chocolate bars. You can still get your chocolate fix. There's a lot of health benefits with chocolate that, is 100% dark chocolate and not, a regular candy bar. Instead of cookies, try some coconut clusters. That is another way to get your cookie fix, but a more healthier option. And instead of ice cream, try chia pudding. There's tons of recipes out there for some homemade, chia pudding or something of the like, rather than reaching for ice cream that, again, has a bunch of crappy sugar in it. You might even fall in love with some new and healthier treats that you've never tried before if you've just experimented or trying to experiment with some new sugar swaps. So I'd be curious if you have any other sugar swaps that you love, that you want to share with me that you've tried instead of, the the soda, the candy, the cookies, the sweets that are just loaded with sugar to spike our blood sugar and weaken our immune system. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week.